Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my new YouTube channel. It's Romy Wyser here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are a Sun, Rising or Moon Sagittarius, then this reading for September 2019 may resonate for you. If it doesn't, please go ahead and check out the other signs for your Rising and Moon, which might align with you more favourably. If you do enjoy it though, you'll have the opportunity to join me with the extended reading, and I'll pop the link below this video for that one. And you can really just join me where we get the opportunity to go a little bit deeper into the conversation and the narrative with what's coming out for you. And there's also an accompanying worksheet where I highlight some of the themes that have come out in the reading, and then just some words, some prompts around how you can use that for your own spiritual growth and self-development. So if you enjoy, please go ahead and comment, like and share the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates from me. I am going to go ahead and flip the camera so that you can see the cards as I'm reading them for your September reading, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for being here, and let's go ahead and get started for you. Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your September intuitive reading. Thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and get started and see what's coming out for you this month. We just had this beautiful new moon in Virgo in your 10th house for career advancement. So for many of you, you may be thinking about the practical ways that you want to readdress the balance in your career, purpose, job situation at the moment. Sometimes that Virgo energy can be a lovely blend with the big picture vision that you are able to bring to any area of your life, Sagittarius. And in your 10th house, the Virgo gives that grounding stability to really look at the detailed strategy that you need in order to get to that bigger vision that you're holding for yourself. Okay, so first out we have King of Pentacles. Okay, so you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, or this could be about you just really focusing in around the areas of stability and security, and just addressing, I think, what you are feeling drawn towards and what new foundations you want to be putting in place under this new moon energy at the start of September to really help achieve that level of advancement that you're ready for. You know, 2019 has been a year where there's been quite a lot of disruption and imbalance in your world, Sag, and it's really, you know, we're coming to that point where things are maybe starting to make a little bit more sense. You're starting to put the jigsaw pieces back together, and maybe you're starting to feel a little bit more secure in yourself with that, which is wonderful. You know, we also have Saturn moving direct this month, Sagittarius, okay, on September 18th. Now, Saturn's been retrograde in your second house of security and finance, so it's likely you've probably been dealing with some rather challenging and difficult themes, maybe around money, personal security, or your sense of stability or emotional security. So as we're moving direct with that Saturn energy, it's really giving us the wherewithal and the vision to be able to apply some of the maybe rather tough lessons that we've been learning, and how we can integrate those into our life, right? For some of you, I feel like there may be some important conversations taking place with this earth sign energy right now. I just have a sense that, you know, maybe with regards to career, you're already in discussions or negotiations, or you're trying to reach out to somebody who's maybe in quite a powerful position, has something to offer you. It feels like that King of Pentacles is coming in on a powerful and important frequency, and he's got something to talk to you about. He's got something to offer you, something to discuss with you. Okay, Empress energy. All right, so if this is representative of you just now, Sag, what I really like about this is it's definitely you feeling in a place of increased security, drawing in the abundance that you need. And that abundance can come in many different forms, right? So this might be about you needing to feel more loving, more harmonious, more creative, more inspired. It might have a direct correlation to your finances, right? So Venus is ruling Empress energy. And of course, Venus also rules that second house activity. So, you may be really getting a handle on putting things in place that are going to help support that continuous flow of abundance in your world. There's a sense of generosity. There's a sense of feeling quite at ease with your position right now, Sagittarius. And I think taking some time to contemplate, and I get the feeling, if this earth sign is stepping forward with some kind of discussion or offer that he wants to discuss, you're taking some time to consider and think about that. You're not in a rush with this energy, right? Maybe you don't want to disrupt what's already in place. You're quite happy with things. But at the same token, in this Virgo season, when we're really looking about this advancement, maybe this is the opportunity for you to redirect your energy into a new pathway. And that offer, that opportunity could be quite exciting. For some of you in relationships, this could be a key earth sign that you're dealing with at the moment. Coming in as Empress energy, this is maybe a long-standing committed relationship that we're talking about here. Now, your full moon in Pisces, which is coming in September 14th, Sagittarius, is hitting your 4th house of home and family, okay? So maybe there's some discussions taking place around that area of your life. Maybe you're looking at your own property, or discussions around relocation or changes in the home. Maybe with that Empress energy, you're looking to make renovations or investments. There's certainly a positive quality around the idea of investment and changes that's coming in for you. We're moving into Libra energy as we come into the 23rd of this month, Sagittarius. Okay, so that's going to be hitting into your 11th house. Groups, friendships, external activities, how you relate and show up in the community. And I think with that Empress energy coming in, there is this desire to want to share or be more open and receptive to the ways in which you can connect. Empress has got a very nurturing energy, one that she wants to bestow her good fortune, her goodwill, and her levels of abundance with others, right? So you could be feeling in a very generous mood as we come into that Libra season, wanting to connect maybe in a way that you haven't done for some time, Sagittarius. Okay, interesting. So 7 of Swords coming through here. So maybe there's some issues of trust here, right? Are we fully trusting ourselves that the changes that are coming in are stable, right? Can we trust this earth sign, right? Is this offer that's coming forward, or what's been presented to us, something with which we can really tangibly move forward with? If this is looking at 10th house activity, job situations, career situations for you, Sagittarius, then maybe there's a sense of the details not fully coming to light quite yet. Maybe you are considering leaving or making changes, and you're not quite ready to tell the people that you're currently working with. Or there's a sense for me of like almost kind of secretive planning that's kind of taking place with the energy of this 7, okay? Maybe there's a feeling of being kept in the dark with something, or maybe some slight sense of mistrust. If this is with regards to relationship, then you're certainly still coming out in a position of power if this is you, which I feel it is, Sagittarius. So regardless of anything that's taking place, it doesn't feel like it's having any kind of impact on your current situation right now. Maybe for some of you, you're in a point where you're ready to release, I guess, some attachments or emotional trauma around perhaps betrayal or some sort of cheating scenario. But I honestly feel like as we're moving through this September month, I feel quite a sense of liberation coming in for you, Sagittarius. So I do feel that you're moving into an energy of being able to reconcile whatever is going on with this Seven of Swords energy. Maybe there's some guilt attached to that as well. If it's not your guilt, then somebody else's guilt. But I feel like that's going to present itself, and you're going to be fully in the picture with regards to what that's about. You know, remember we have equinox coming in when Libra happens on the 23rd of this month. So that equinox energy is also helping to really rebalance things and to allow you to release a lot and just find a deeper sense of equilibrium within yourself as we move into that new season. Okay, so Nine of Swords. So where Sagittarius are we still holding a level of anxiety and stress? There's not quite this energy of settled, rooted, or feeling comfortable in your position for some reason. Okay, so we start the month feeling quite sure, and then as we're moving through September, maybe there's a couple of things that are arising that are knocking us off balance. I think it's really important though, and sometimes with that Virgo season, right, we can get overly critical, overly judgmental, overly harsh, and when we turn that inwards or we start to overanalyze a situation, particularly ourselves, it can compound itself, right? And maybe if you do feel in the dark with something, or not quite yourself, or a little bit out of balance, very quickly that can lend itself into, you know, starting to question other things in your life. But I honestly feel that this Nine of Swords energy is coming up to actually be cleared out, because for me we're beginning a new cycle, and I just have this sense of like you ready to move into a different sort of energy. You know, that Empress is really calling you forward. She's ready to give you a new feeling of empowerment, and the beauty, the creativity, the harmony, the love with which she's ready to bestow is kind of at odds with those swords energy. So I feel like I don't really want you to go low in your vibration, Sagittarius. Like, don't let yourself get knocked out of balance and then end up moving, thinking, acting in ways that just don't really serve you or are not representative of actually that natural essence that you have, right? Okay, so Six of Cups. So we could be dealing with family, children within the family, or somebody or a connection from the past, something that's coming back up. I do feel with that Nine of Swords, Six of Cups energy, there's definitely this sense of you feeling very nostalgic about a situation, but going over and over and over the details in your mind. And maybe there is a lack of clarity with that Seven at the moment. So you're trying to figure out what this means for you. For some of you with that Empress energy and that Six of Cups, you know, maybe there's some discussions happening around the idea of family, of you wanting to extend the family, or maybe there's some discussions around wanting to start a family. With that fourth house activity happening in the full moon in Pisces, you know, sometimes that can bring shocks or revelations to the surface. So, you know, maybe there's some, for some of you, themes coming up around family and children that might come as a bit of a surprise to you, or are forcing you to have to think through things in a different way. So maybe a kind of strategy that you had in place. And remember, you know, when we're in that Virgo season and we're trying to work through things in a detailed, grounded, you know, applying and integrating, sometimes that doesn't always suit you so well when you want to just be way out ahead, looking way down the line, and maybe that sometimes can be a thing that trips you up as well, right? Because you then get on that sort of runaway train, which is always the feeling I get with the Nine of Swords, that when something arises and it's kind of out of your comfort zone, all of a sudden then you're projecting it so far down the line because you can see where things will end up. You can realize the potential of things in your mind far quicker than other signs, Sagittarius. So, you know, maybe you are overly focused on what it means, not in the here and now, but does that necessarily mean that's the way that it will actually unfold? Not necessarily. You know, that Six of Cups could also be a real strong bonded relationship where maybe there has been some upset or some challenge going on. Maybe there's some difficulty connected to trying to get back on track, trying to re-establish that position, that Empress, that mother energy coming in. Okay. Two of Swords. So we're feeling indecisive. You know, we're not quite sure which direction to take yet. And at this point in the reading, it feels like we don't actually have enough information to make that decision or that choice anyway, Sagittarius. I think for some of you, you know, when we look at actually your spiritual, your soul growth, like through this month of September, I think this is also about you liberating yourself from a lot of the fears that have been kind of shackles around you for some time. And there's almost this need to bring in that sense of lightness again. You know, that Six of Cups has got a beautiful sense of naivety, a quality of that sort of childlike innocence. And maybe we need to return to that. You're feeling the need to just be able to lighten up and kind of move through some of the experiences in your world right now with a sense of releasing the burden, so to speak. But this Two Swords energy for me, you know, we're linking into that lunar energy. So it is about you trusting your intuitive guidance with regards to a situation to know what is going to be right for you in this instance, okay? And maybe for a time you're holding yourself in that slightly poised position because you're trying to make sense of something, or you're needing more information before you can choose to express or choose to communicate how you are feeling. So if we're talking about relationship situations, maybe somebody's presented you something, you know, we've got this sort of offer coming in, and it might not necessarily be an earth sign, you know, this could be somebody that's just very representative of, you know, having the wherewithal, the security, the sense of stability to be able to actually bring something meaningful into your life here, okay? But you're taking some time to process what that means for you before you are ready to reveal your hand or reveal what you're feeling about something. I think with regards to work and career, for some of you, you know, maybe you are gonna have a choice, and for some reason, you know, when I link back to saying about this sort of secret planning, or, you know, maybe you've had meetings or kind of discussions with another company or doing something completely different, and maybe there's a little bit of guilt attached to that, right? You don't want to let people down, you don't want to move away from something that has served you well, and so you're kind of splitting your energies over it. You're indecisive about whether it's going to be the right move forward for you or not. That Six of Cups, though, for me, and the Empress energy, they're both denoting a beautiful sense of growth coming in for you, Sagittarius. So on a soul level, it is time for change and for expansion for you. And it's needed, right? Beautiful. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles coming in. So if this is about the work, purpose, career, for me, it feels like you are going to make that decision that is going to afford you the possibility and the direct route to be able to not only find the emotional satisfaction in what you are doing, but also materially realize a lot of your potential. For some of you, this could be starting up something of your own, or really finding a clear idea of what your purpose is. I think the way that the energies are moving this year, you know, there's this beautiful awakening happening in the collective, and that you are ready to step up and say, these are my gifts, this is where I feel aligned. And of course, you know, sometimes that can bring some indecision because there may be some doubt there. There may be some lack of trust within oneself. And for sure that's going to bring about some anxiety for you, and you know, often unfounded fears, okay? That maybe it's a leap of faith. But actually by doing that, you're going to be able to move into that beautiful Empress energy. I mean, collectively, both of these cards are revealing a position for you of complete satisfaction, emotional fulfillment for me. If we are looking at relationships, this could be a sense of you wanting to be alone, wanting to step out, not to lose your position, wanting to make sure you are taken care of, you are protected, you are able to provide for yourself. So maybe for some of you it's about, how do I don't want to become overly codependent. I don't want to lose my sense of independence. So maybe there's an offer or commitment coming forward from this energy, but it is bringing in some anxiety or some stress. Maybe there's an impact connected to finances as we're hitting that second house activity for you with Saturn moving direct. So you are being asked to be more discerning with the choices and decisions that you're making and how they pertain to your sense of value, your sense of worth, Sagittarius. But for me, this Nine of Pentacles energy coming in for you, and that's 2 9s that we've got as well, actually. So there is this beautiful sense of you coming to a point of real completion in an energy cycle, and a time for you to recognize what you have delivered, how much you've grown, and what has been achieved through this year of 2019, along with the redirects that it's brought in place, okay? Because I have a feeling for some of you, you know, maybe there's been a few twists and turns to what the bigger vision looked like for you. It's not always a bad thing to not focus too long on the detail, otherwise we might not really go after those big bold dreams, right? And so we all want to take on the quality of Sagittarius to actually help drive us forward so that we can expand and really allow that kind of energy into our world. So 7 of Wands is coming in with a suggestion that actually there's a sense of courage that is being drawn out of you, Sagittarius. And I really feel that whatever you are experiencing through this month of September, it is really helping you to find a voice within yourself that is going to allow you to stand up for yourself in a way that you may not have previously expected that you would need to, or that you had in you, shall we say. But I certainly feel victorious with regards to this energy of the 7 of Wands coming in. And, you know, really to maintain that position, that Empress energy within your life, or to move into that greater sense of empowerment for yourself, you know, sometimes it does take a little bit of a dig deep and, you know, step up and be counted. And, you know, maybe you will feel somewhat threatened, you know, something within your world will feel threatened in some regards, but you have what it takes within you to be able to navigate your way through all of these challenges and still come out on top. You know, remember with that 9 of Pentacles energy, you know, she's feeling satisfied with the position that she's been able to hold and maintain, right? Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull a couple of outcome cards, Sagittarius, just based on what energies have been presented to us here. Okay, Chariot. So we could be dealing with a Cancerian energy here, or a cardinal sign. But certainly for me, this is, again, you know, combined with that kind of 7 of Wands that we just talked about, this is this huge drive forward, right? There's almost this inevitable kind of pulling energy that's like drawing you out of yourself, out of a situation, onto a new path. And it may feel, because at times that Chariot energy, right, can be a little bit almost like we're losing control or we're not in control of a situation, but actually you are, okay? So as much as it feels like you're trying to keep opposing energies together or keep everything intact. You are going to be able to navigate and move through. But what I really love about this is that the forward motion and momentum that you need and that you've been asking for to help propel you forward in a certain situation in your life, whether that is hitting into family life, relationship, work, or in your own personal growth, Sagittarius. For me, the embodiment of this cardinal sign is it's tapping into that kind of fire energy that you have within you, but bringing that emotional sensitivity that Cancerian can bring to the table, to help you drive forward, right? And I just want to link into this like moon that's showing up in this card here and back into this Two of Swords, making a decision, having to come to a choice about something. But whatever choice you come to, you're going to be moving forward, okay? There's not a stagnant energy in this reading. So even though there might be some fears and doubts, and some trust to rebuild within yourself or another, I feel that we're able to overcome that, and move to a place that's going to feel, even though maybe slightly unsettling, I think also quite exciting for you, Sagittarius, right? Okay, Knight of Pentacles coming in. So it could be another earth sign here, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I also feel like it's about you refocusing your energy, right? You're going to be redirecting and refocusing and recommitting to something in your life, Sag, okay? And this is really going to help you. I feel it's going to bring in that grounded quality, which is probably going to help, because I think that the journey that we're going to go on with that Chariot at times could feel a little unruly and maybe unsettle you a little bit. So Knight of Pentacles energy just comes back in and kind of pulls everything and calms everything down in a situation, okay? Everything gets sort of brought back to a place of balance. And as we move into that Libra energy and we're moving into your 11th house activity, so, maybe for some of you, there's a lot of shifts and changings happening within your social circle, within your friendship circle, but you are managing to regain focus for me around this period. Just to note as well, if you are looking around career and work, and obviously with that 11th house activity, as we move into Libra, it's really kind of ruling all the technology side of things as well. So maybe you're looking at new ways to actually apply yourself, or the way with which you want to work. And sometimes, that Knight of Pentacles energy can be a little bit mundane, or just feel like, do I have to kind of go through the details? But actually it is necessary. And where does it bring you? To a sense of emotional contentment and satisfaction. There's a sweetness coming in with this Nine of Cups, okay? Not losing anything here. That's 3 nines that we've got in your reading. A beautiful energy, numerology wise, of just this sense of feeling in a really good place of accomplishment, Sagittarius, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just pull some oracle cards just to see how they're reflecting your reading today. Okay, interesting. See what you mean. Okay, so is this you, Sag, or is this somebody around you? I certainly feel, I kind of want to link into the 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy that's going on. So maybe where there's some, I don't know quite what's going on here, or I'm meant to try and discern this conversation or read the subtext, or and read between the lines, and I just feel undecided about how this is being presented to me. It's causing some stress and anxiety. So I think there'll be a moment in time where not only will you need to be speaking very direct and assertively, but also you'll require that from the individuals and the connections around you, okay? And if this is in a family situation when we're around that full moon energy in Pisces, okay, that full moon can sometimes bring in that sense of confusion or uncertainty or deception, and so there is a need for a real clearing to come in at that point, right? There's also just the depiction of this sort of winter scene going on in this card. So, maybe whatever is unfolding through this month of September is still
there's still an energy of it rolling and moving as we come into that kind of winter time. Okay. Let's take a look at the moon cards here. So sometimes that can give us more information around timing for you, Sagittarius. And also just what's happening with La Luna energy for you. And that say what you mean as well, I think is important with regards to, you know, where there are situations changing around work, or if there are things that you want to go after. You know, if there are people you are interested in and communicating with and connecting with, whether it be romantically, personally, on a platonic basis, I think it's important that you just, I mean, you, at the end of the day, Sagittarius, you're known for being able to speak directly, speak your mind, shoot from the hip. So maybe there's a situation that's causing a little bit of imbalance or indecision about you doing that. So return to your natural essence and be courageous, okay, Seven of Wands energy, to stand up for what you want and say what you need and what you mean, okay? So, moon card coming in for you, the energy is gaining momentum. So I'm absolutely going to link this back into the Chariot energy that we pulled for you, okay? So whatever it is that's on your radar at the moment, it's building, okay? It's building. And sometimes when we're in those energy transitions and new cycles beginning, it can kind of feel a little unruly, okay? Like any kind of change can come in as being slightly disruptive, but it's, for me, building to that beautiful culmination. Remember that all these nines, the sense of accomplishment coming in. So I feel there is this level of satisfaction that is coming through in your reading, where you need to acknowledge within yourself how far you've come, but also where you want to take this. And remember, Virgo, in your 10th house of career advancement, you know, this energy of advancement is important. Like, how do you want to be seen reputationally? What's important to you? What's driving you? How are you moving to help realize potential, untapped potential within yourself, Sagittarius, untapped potential within a relationship, within your purpose? What changes do you want to make in terms of your security? Remember all that second house that's happening with Saturn moving direct? That's important. Okay. So, get back to elemental. Okay, for me, Sag, this is about you returning to that beautiful fire energy that when you use in a positive, directed way, really allows you to transcend any of the difficult, mucky kind of detail, and really look at the bigger picture and drive forward and have the energy, the motivation to keep expanding, to keep learning, to keep pushing yourself, right? I think it's important to check in with what your energy is doing right now. How imbalanced do you feel? What's missing? And make sure that through this month of September, you know, Virgo brings that beautiful earth medicine in, that lovely healing, nurturing quality. And I think you need to use that, particularly at the start of the month when we're still in that lovely new moon energy after the 30th of August Virgo new moon, to help address where you feel out of balance. You know, do you need to restore yourself back in nature? Do you need more downtime? You know, what is your mind, body and soul asking of you? How does it need to be nourished at this moment in time? You know, bring in that beautiful nurturing energy of the Empress to make everything feel more harmonious, beautiful, rich, fertile, creative in your world. What do you need to give birth to? So get back to that fire energy within you that will ignite and show you the vision and help you to understand where you are vibrating on an energy level, Sag, right? So I hope this has resonated for you. If it has, please do go ahead, like and share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future readings. If you would like to join me, Sagittarius, for the extended reading, which is about another 20 minutes or so, where we're just going to go into this in a little bit more detail and see what else we can unearth as part of the narrative. So I'm just going to go ahead and clarify some of these cards, just so you can get a quick insight into what might be coming up with that extended reading. So clarifying the King of Pentacles here, Sag. Seven of Swords again. Okay, so maybe there is some mistrust or uncertainty around this earth energy that's presenting themselves. Or maybe somebody's not, you know, they're trying to come across as that good guy and maybe they're not quite all that they seem. Five of Wands. Certainly leading to some uncertainty, some fallout or disagreement. We've also got King of Swords, which could be an air sign you're dealing with, a Gemini, Aquarius or Libra coming into the mix here as well. You know, possibly there are two individuals here. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that Empress energy. So Six of Swords, definitely linking into what we were talking about, this sense of a journey for you at the moment. And Justice, okay, this could be a Libra energy, certainly a situation where karmically something is coming back into balance. Maybe there's some legals that we're dealing with here. Okay, that Seven of Swords, we've got Strength card coming in. Could be a Leo energy involved here as well. Queen of Swords, so Gemini, Libra or Aquarius in the mix here as well with that Seven of Swords and Strength card. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the Nine of Swords, Sag. Okay, we've got Knight of Coins again, so that's come up for the second time. Okay, so it could be another earth sign that you're dealing with here. Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. Could be certainly connected to new job offers coming in or changes in your career, Sag. Four of Coins. So definitely thinking about your security, investments, trying to keep a hold tightly onto something. Okay, Six of Cups energy. Where is this coming in, please? So we have Ace of Swords. Okay. So certainly a new beginning showing here, but some truth needing to be discussed. Very direct. You're ready for that, Sag. You need that clarity of this situation to help with that Two of Swords energy, right? Ten of Coins. So this could be to do with a family situation, investments, inheritance even, or, you know, this might just be you looking at your stability and security. And clarify that again. Knight of Wands. Okay, so it could be another fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo or Aries here. Take a look at that Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Okay, so it's a swiftness of change coming in there, leading us right into that Seven of Wands. Three of Wands. Okay, there could be an overseas link that's connected to this story as well for you, Sag. Certainly you keeping an eye on where this is all going to take you. High Priestess, okay. Interesting, link into that Two of Swords energy. We'll see how that plays out. Queen of Wands. This could be you, Sag, okay, coming up as fire sign, or it could be a Leo or Aries as well that we're dealing with, but I feel that's you actually in that Seven of Wands position. Six of Coins, okay. Maybe there's a conversation around money, investments, trying to rebalance something. What's fair, what's just. Let's go ahead and clarify that Chariot energy. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I got a good feeling that that Chariot is really leading you forward into some kind of new beginning, new energy cycle. And I really get a rise of excitement around that for you as well, you know. Okay, so just clarifying the Knight of Coins, we have the Hermit. So this could be a Virgo energy that you're dealing with, or certainly the sense of you just having to really kind of pull your energy back in to redirect it somewhere. Three of Coins, okay. Let's just go ahead and clarify that Nine of Cups. Three of Swords, interesting, okay. Where is there upset coming? Queen of Cups energy. Could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian energy that you're dealing with, or just a level of emotional sensitivity coming through. Four of Wands, connecting into possibly house, home, relocations even. I'm just going to go ahead and pull one more. Eight of Swords. Okay, Sag. So if you would like to join me with the extended reading, we are going to take this conversation a little bit further and see what else the guides want to unearth for us to help you through this month of September. So you can go ahead and click on the link below the video, and that will take you directly to purchase the extended reading. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate you tuning into the channel. I look forward to connecting with you again as we move into October and see how this unfolds further for you. Have a wonderful September, Sagittarius. Take care. Bye-bye.